Okay, so year 10, with this type of problem, none of the actual maths should be that difficult. But the reason many people struggle here is to do with how they're presenting their working. So let's just try reading it through. So there's 800 students at a school and they all have school dinner or they have packed lunch. Fine. And then they're boys or girls. So when you've got this, when you've got kind of two different sets of information, so we've got one set of information which is to do with school dinner and packed lunches, and one set of information which is to do with your gender, we can write that as a two-way table. So my two-way table is going to look something like this. This is going to be the number that have school dinner. This is going to be the number that have packed lunch. And this is going to be the total. And then in terms of my rows going down, this is going to be the number of boys. This is going to be the number of girls. And then this is going to be the total. Now, if you lay it out like that, it will make it much, much easier for you to fill in everything. So first of all, there are 800 students at a school. So 800 goes into our total box, like that. Then 31% of them have packed lunches. So I need to work out 31% of 800. There are loads of different ways of doing that. If you've got a calculator, the easiest way, or what I think is the easiest way, is to turn that into a decimal, 0.31, and multiply by 800. Let me just show you that there. Gives 248. So that means 248 of them have packed lunches 248. Next bit, 55% of the students are boys. So we need to work out 55% of 800. So 55% as a decimal is 0.55 times 800 gives 440. So 440 students are boys. So this is the total boys, 440. And then the next bit, you've got to be super careful reading what's happening here. 60% of the boys have school dinners. So it's not 60% of 800, it's 60% of the boys. So now we need to work out 60% of 440. Now 60% as a decimal is 0.6. So do 0.6 times 440, which gives us 264. And where does that go? So that's 60% of the boys have school dinners. So this is boys that have school dinners, so 264. And now it looks like that. We should have enough information in the table to fill in everything else. There are loads of different ways that you can do this. So it doesn't really matter what you do. But I'm going to work out this here. This number, the total number of girls would be 800 take away 440. 800 take away 440 is 360. To work out this number here, well, there are 440 boys in total. 264 of them have school dinners. So to get the boys that have packed lunch, we would do 360 take away 264. Oh, no, we wouldn't. We would do 440, take away 264, which is 176. What else could we work out? Well, we could work out the total people that have school dinners. So there's 800 pupils in total, 248 have packed lunch. So the amount that have school dinners would be 800 to take away 248, which is 552. To get the girls that have school dinners, we could do 552 take away 264, which is 288. And then to get the girls that have packed lunches, we could do 248 take away 176, which is 72. As a quick check, just before we write anything down, if we've done everything right, we should get that 288 add 72 equals this total here. So let's just check that. And it does, so that's good. So making sure we answer the question now, how many girls have packed lunches? Girls packed lunches, 72. And so the answer is 72 for 4 marks.